So the reason is that electricity has to be transferred or transmitted from the generating point to the user end. So which are generally located at a very large distance, and it is transmitted through via wires. So due to these long distances, there will be a considerable amount of the resistance. So we know there will be a I²R loss. So we want to minimize this I²R loss. So the value of the resistance is fixed, but what we can do, we can make the value of I lower, so that the I² loss will be minimized. So the idea of the step up at generating point and step down at the user point is to minimize the I²R loss. What happened in generating? What happened at generating station is, suppose I generated voltage as 230 volt at generating point. So now I will step up this voltage, so that we know that the VA rating, the kVA, will be same for the primary and the secondary. So we know V1 A1 is equal to V2 A2. So if we increase the voltage from V1 to V2, then current will decrease to the same amount. So when current is decreased, so I is decreased, so I²R loss will be minimized. And at the generating point, suppose I am getting here 11 kilovolt, and here it is 230 volt. So at the user point, we can't give 11 kV directly to our TV or fridge or other home appliances. So we have to step down this 11 kV voltage to 230 volts, so that we can safely operate our home appliances. The polarity test on transformer can be conducted using a simple multimeter. So, like if we have given a transformer and here the point mark is here, and we have to find which one has the same polarity of this. So my point should be here or my point should be here. So what I will do, I will name this terminal as, say, A1 and A2, and I will name this terminal as, suppose, A1 and A2. So A1 and A1 will be the same polarity, and assuming A2 and A1 are of the opposite polarity. So what I will do, I will short these 2 points and I will apply a voltage. Say this transformer has a voltage rating of 230 to 9 volt, and I am applying here 230 volt. Now I will take one multimeter and I will take two readings. First, between this and this I call as R1, and between this and this I will call as R2. And if R1 is less than R2, then A1 is of the same polarity as A1, and we have to mark point here. And if R1 is greater than R2, then A1 and this point has the same polarity. Let's understand the reason why, if R1 is less than R2, we are getting the same polarity, and if it is otherwise, we are getting the opposite polarity. So reason is, this one is primary voltage 230 volt, and if A1 is of the same polarity, then voltage is like this. And when we are putting the voltmeter across these 2 points, So we are measuring the potential difference between these 2 points. So we have to subtract this voltage from this. So if we subtract this voltage point by point, what we will get? All the point will come down and we will get this. Okay, this. So this voltage, the RMS of this voltage is certainly lower than this voltage. Okay. And now consider a case of the opposite polarity. So when we are separating this voltage waveform from this voltage waveform, so this one is positive, this one is negative. Positive minus negative will be more than this value. So its curve will be like this. So this is our case with opposite polarity and this with same polarity. So what we have observed here, in case of opposite polarity, the potential drop will be more, and in case of same polarity, the potential drop will be less. The reason is, in case of star configuration, the voltage is 230 volt, and in case of delta configuration, the voltage across the motor will be 415 volt. So this is a multiplying factor of √3. So the problem is with the motor is that their starting current is very high, and if there is a high starting current, it will damage the motor itself, or it will cause the false tripping of MCB, and it can also cause to harm. It can also harm to other electronics or electrical equipments. So our aim is to lower the starting current. So what we will do, we'll use a simple star to delta converter. So we will start the motor first with the star configuration. So voltage will be less, and when the motor gets a sufficient speed, we will use this star to delta converter, and now we will use the delta configuration, and now we will apply the full voltage. So by using the star delta converter, we have decreased the starting current of motor. Here we have block diagram for both online and offline UPS. So first consider the offline UPS, that is mostly commonly used for our desktop PC. So during the mains on condition, that is when mains is available, the load is getting power from the mains line only, that is this switch is at this position. But when mains is not available or below the certain level, it will take the power from this DC to AC converter, which is taking the power from this battery. And during the mains on condition, we have here AC to DC converter, which will charge this battery with the power of this main supply. Now consider a case of online UPS. In the online UPS, we have a AC to DC converter, which is converting AC mains voltage to DC for charging this battery, and then we have a DC to AC converter, which will convert the power of this DC battery to the AC voltage here, and this load will get the AC voltage here. The difference is, one more difference is here, like here we will get the fluctuation in this here voltage, which is a reflection of the mains fluctuation. That is, if mains voltage is 230, then here is 230 volt, and if it is like 250, here load will also get 250 volt. And if frequencies vary from 49 to 51 during the mains on condition, here also the frequency will vary. But here in this case, this load will always get the configurable voltage and frequency, and this online UPS is mostly used for the dedicated industrial application.